Texas A&M University Division of Student Affairs presents, in association with Suicide Awareness and Prevention Office and Counseling and Psychological Services. Two students pass by each other on the sidewalk of Academic Plaza at Texas A&M University. A male student with a light teal shirt passes by our main character, a male student in his 20s, neatly dressed in a tight-fitting maroon t-shirt and black jeans. He's wearing an Aggie ring. His short black hair is combed back. He sits calmly alone on a bench looking out across the plaza. Our main character stares at the male student walking away. He turns his head to the left and stares into the distance with no emotion, watching students coming from all directions. He turns his head to straighten it. He closes his eyes as the camera slowly turns in 360 degrees. As the camera completes its turn, the lively and bright colors of the day, which represents reality, turns into black and white. We have entered the main character's world. He opens his eyes. The emotion on his face reveals anxiety, frustration, even fear, his truer emotions. We can see campus in the background, but not in his world, in his mind. From his perspective, life is blurred and black and white. He fidgets with nervous energy, tapping his feet and rubbing his hands across his blue jeans as if he's not sure what to do with himself. He pulls something out of his pocket. It's a coin. He flips it over and over in his hand, conflicted with the decision. We see more emotion on his face, more anxiety, fear, and lonely struggle. He's crying, shaking his head back and forth as his anxiety builds. He quickly stands up and walks away from the bench, rubbing his hands across his hair in frustration, pacing back and forth in front of the bench as if lost and unsure what to do next. He walks in a circle on top of the square block. He contains himself inside of the block, not leaving. Multiple versions of our main character is shown. We are seeing the passage of time. His emotions range from sheer panic to sadness to frustration and trepidation. Still walking in circles in his black and white world, he starts to lose control of his anxiety. The sweat and anxiety are clearly visible on his face. He covers his ears. He is involved in a full-fledged panic attack. He appears to be screaming, but it's hard to tell whether the screams are real or just in his head. The camera rolls around him in fast motion 360 degrees. We're looking at our main character's lower legs and feet. He's standing in front of a visible line between his black and white world and our world of color. The two colors are split apart here, his side black and white, the other in color. Still in distress and high anxiety, he flips the coin to the other side. He turns away quickly and walks back towards the bench in his black and white world as the coin lands on the sidewalk. Our main character sits alone on the same bench, seemingly alone in his black and white world. He has calmed down. He recollects mental images of his earlier breakdown, reliving the anxiety and stress. He shakes his head as if ashamed of his actions. He's cringing, hiding his shame with his face and eyes down, hidden by his hands. Without our main character's knowledge, 3 students are watching him from the colorful side of the world. The male student picks up the coin from the ground. The male student places his hand, which is in color, on our main character's shoulder. In that instance, we are brought back into reality. Everything on the screen, including the main character, is back in full color. The main character is aware that someone has reached out and is touching his shoulder. He lifts his hand slightly to find the student sitting next to him on the bench. The male student on his right, who is smiling supportively, and 2 on his left, who are also smiling with care and love. Our main character is calm now, relieved that he is not alone. Emotions pour out. Only this time, the emotions are relief and reassurance, not anxiety. The male student hands something to our main character. The male student gives him back the coin that he dropped as an emblem of hope. The main character notices something attached to the male student's backpack. It is a bright purple keychain that reads, "Not another Aggie," in white letters. He stares at the keychain, processing these 3 words and smiling with great relief and positive emotion. He starts sobbing in relief, playing over in his mind the intense anxiety and decisions of the past hours. The other students watch over him patiently and with great support, allowing time for him to process it all. He smiles again, but his smile is mixed with tears and great emotional release. He reaches toward the male student for a hug. The male student responds with a corresponding embrace and pats him on the back. The 2 female students have also placed their hands gently on his shoulder and back in a show of support. As the screen fades to black, you see the 3 students sitting near the main character in support. The sun shines brightly in this colorful world. You are not alone. The Aggie family is here for you. If you are in distress, reach out and ask for help. If you think someone is considering suicide, reach out and offer support. Texas A&M University Helpline 979-845-2700. From Monday to Friday, 4 p.m. through 8 a.m. Texas A&M University Counseling and Psychological Services 979-845-4427. Not another Aggie. You can visit the page at caps.tamu.edu/suicide prevention.